Is mine covering my face?
It should be.
Can you see me okay? Testing. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Can you see me okay? Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. What? When did we get the notification about that?
Oh yeah. Look, I can see me.
You can?
Testing.
Can you see you?
I can see me.
Okay. Rock and roll. Sorry, I just gotta pay for my internet. Paying for my internet. Hey everybody, I'm Jason.
And I'm Paul.
And I'm paying for my internet.
Jason's gonna pay for his internet, so
I did it.
he's done.
Alright. Paul doesn't have to talk.
Hey,
He
cool.
hates it. He hates when he has to talk on our live show. It's like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, why?
Why? I did not get
This
a
isn't what I
notification.
signed up for.
Right? I don't think it's amazing. Like if you go back and watch how it started, like how much different it is. Like it's there's so much more behind this that people realize. You know what I mean? Like especially when we first started, it was just you and me with my phone. We didn't even have a tripod for the my iPad. Didn't have a tripod. We couldn't put the iPad on a tripod because I didn't have one for it. And so we had it like stacked on a bunch of books on a chair or something. It was so amazing.
That was the first thing Pablo got us too. Was the tripod for the iPad.
Yeah. So we were using that for a while, and then we did different microphones, and now we have these microphones. Pablo just
God damn it.
Jesus, Pablo. Pablo shared the video like 8 times. Thank you very much, Pablo. Pablo is one of our fantastic patrons. You can also be a patron at patreon.com/geekculture. That's G33k Culture. I'm very sorry about that. Thunder from, oh my God, every single group chat that we're in, he's going to send it to. And we're in a lot. There's a lot of group chats.
Make sure you turn down the volume for everything.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, right, I don't want anything to happen.
Pablo says hello, beautiful bastards.
Yeah, and every single thing.
Hi, Pablo.
Hey, Pablo. Pablo's here. Yeah, so patreon.com. You can be like Pablo or Jeff or Vivian or Kathy or Jennifer and Carrick.
I don't think Carrick is still.
I don't know. There's a few of them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a patron. And you can also go to
Buy the merch.
buy the merch at geekculture.live. It should be that corner?
Yep.
That corner up there?
Bring the hat down a little bit. There you go.
geekculture.live, hats, bags, t-shirts, nutsacks, beanbag chairs,
Masks.
Stickers.
stickers,
Bags.
cool stickers, all kinds of really cool stuff. Post failed. Okay, sorry, I could not post. Did I get banned again?
Oh, we're streaming.
Wouldn't let me post. Wouldn't let me share my post. Okay, you shared this post. Okay. Whatever. Oh yeah, you can get these fantastic tumblers. They are $25 a piece. You have 4 different options for colors. You can also get it customized for $35, and you can have you'll have Geek Boy on it, but then you can also have somebody's name in the font that you choose, and then also in the color that you choose. These are all handmade. Victoria does a fantastic job for us. It's what is it?
Erie Eleni Gaming.
Erie Eleni Gaming. EILEEN, right?
Erie EERIE
Right.
ELINEEGAMING.
Close enough. Victoria, thank you for the cups. She's on the road to 500 followers, so go follow her and give her some love. And then next week we have something pretty cool planned for us. I don't know. We're not going to talk. Did you see the group chat for that?
No.
The thing. Okay. I don't know how much we're talking about. Are we talking about any of it?
No.
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 The Jennifer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, so she. Do you know her? I don't know her information for her Twitch channel.
It's X-Wing Katana.
X-Wing Katana. Okay,
One
so
word.
twitch.tv/X-Wing Katana, and it's spelled like it sounds, or how it should be, I guess. There's no like how we are. She's not hit
If
with
you're
it.
watching this show, you know how to spell both of those words.
You should know how to spell X-Wing, and you own at least one katana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least one.
Paul
katana.
traded his collection for a PlayStation 4, so
Some of it I still
your
have
Buster
a katana.
Sword. Your Buster Sword went to a PS4. You want to tell that story
True.
real quick?
Yeah.
So tell it, Paul.
So I needed
Yeah.
to get a PlayStation 4, and I had this collection of swords.
I'm pointing at the mic.
What about it?
I'm just talking to it.
Just talking to it.
There you go.
Is that how these work?
I think it is. I think people enjoy when they can hear us talking into
No complaints so far.
Well, now.
it. Thank you, everyone. Until Paul has to talk, he's like, "What?"
So So I needed a PlayStation 4, and I had this collection of swords. I also had the Scorpion King's sword. I had a Buster sword.
Wait, so which sword
Um,
from the Scorpion King? His actual sword?
Yeah, the Rock's sword.
How
from
did
the
you
Scorpion King.
procure that one? That was a tough word.
The Vasquez's.
Oh, that makes sense. It's probably the actual sword.
Might be.
They probably went on a trip and they're like, well, of course, we
I
found this.
I looked at the one in the movie and I was like, yeah, I can see some differences.
Well, you have the actual.
But I
one.
had a replica of the sword from the Count of Monte Cristo.
That's cool.
What?
That's cool.
Yeah, that one's ridiculously heavy though. It's like a pure pewter, like pommel.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So it's
Jesus.
so heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, you just instead of stabbing somebody,
bash
pretend
them.
like you're gonna stab them and then just punch them in the face
Right.
with it, and they're dead.
Yep. So if you ever get in a duel with one of those, just bash them with
Just
it.
hit him with a scabbard.
Yeah.
What else did I have? I had the stick katana, which was two katanas that are like at a stick, and you pull them apart.
Right.
And,
Double the badass.
yeah.
Darth Maul.
But yeah, I had a few things.
Mhm.
The guy didn't take everything. He was like, look, I only want a few of those things.
Yeah, he's like, wow, even my nerddom only stretches so
He
far.
was like, yeah, I don't know how many gamers are going to be that excited about the Count of Monte Cristo,
But
It's a
that
sword.
Buster sword.
right, you had the Buster sword.
Yeah, so I had that Buster sword for quite a few years, and I sold it to him for more than I bought it for.
Well, then there you go. That's all that matters.
What's the difference then? How much did you spend on it, and how much did he give you for it?
I bought it for 60, and I sold it to him for 80.
It works for me.
I was expecting it to be in the hundreds.
I thought you would have been like, I paid 120, he gave me
Right.
200, and I'm like, yeah, fair.
Nope.
Nowadays, though, yes.
But he also took.
that sword would be a $200
I think he
sword.
also took the Scorpion King sword.
Well, I mean, of course he did. It's
And
probably the actual sword.
yeah, and then
He's
I used that to get up to 120
Mhm.
in trade-in value. With
Right.
him.
That was a good store. That was a tiny little
Yeah,
store.
Dino Games.
Yep, that was a
Yeah,
good
I
store.
love that place.
So,
Hopefully he doesn't watch the show.
I mean, if he does, then, hi, friend.
That guy was so funny. He'd be sleeping in the back every time. Like every time I'd go in to like try to talk to him about selling him something,
Yeah.
he was like, they like had to go rouse him from his slumber in the back.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's in the back.
He's just...
Because I also sold them my comic book collection.
Yeah?
Because they were just starting out a new comic book store.
Right.
And I was like, hey man, I got a collection that I've been thinking about selling. If you're willing to give me a good price. And I think I sold him most of my collection that I wasn't really attached to for like $200.
Really? Fuck yeah! Now it's...
Yeah, and that was all the
Yeah.
comics that I, didn't care about. Like I kept my Age of Apocalypse. And I had to sell my Deadpools. That was basically the key.
Oh,
Because
right.
Deadpool was really, it was like when the first movie was coming out.
Right,
So
so
it was like
everybody's
super
losing their
popular. And
shit.
he was like, you have most of the first series? And I was like, yeah, I got most of the first series. And he's
You're
like,
like,
that's really
"Fuck
what I
you."
want.
Fuck yeah, I do. Sorry, I'm sharing this to a stream group that we're in. And,
So that's how I got my PlayStation 4 that is on its last leg now.
that poor
I can't use discs anymore.
thing.
It just doesn't know what to do. I
You
just
were ahead
hear
of your
like-
time with the.
It's like it's
The
constantly
digital,
trying to
Yeah.
load it. Yeah. Yeah, that came at a good time.
Yeah, so I would ask what you're playing, but we already know because we're all
We've-
still playing
yeah.
Fallout 76 like fucking crazy. And I keep recording different things. We'll have to put it together a clip show or something because there's a lot of just insane moments that happen.
Thanks for sharing, Jason.
Hey, no
Yeah.
problem. You're very welcome.
It is a game that lends for really great moments
Right.
at times.
Oh my god. It's just utter chaos and things come out of nowhere and it's really good. I'm glad I wasn't one of the original players that got super burned by it and they're like, oh, this game's fucking stupid. It's
Yeah.
nothing, blah, 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 blah. It's years later. They have a bunch of updates. They're just like, hey,
Yeah, it got
It's
the
a-
No Man's Sky treatment,
right. Yeah, we picked the perfect time to jump back in.
and I'm glad that companies will do things like that,
Right.
where they, and they've never charged a dime
Right, it's free.
for any of the updates.
Yeah,
so-
all the Brotherhood of Steel stuff is all free.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole quest line and everything, you just get to jump right in. Oh, thank you, Dale. You are the best. We are the best. Thank you. On the road to 10 million stars.
Sails on a 3-week streak.
Thank you, Dale, for sending 3 weeks of things to people. Not just us, but to people. Watching, though, I finished WandaVision.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was really good. The stuff for Vision was written really well. Like, his lines were all fucking great. It was really, really well written. I love the villain, or the villainess, or she's great. The woman from Step Brothers, I can never remember her name, but she plays
Catherine
Agatha.
Hahn.
Yeah, she plays Agatha, and all that's really cool. Their fight at the end was awesome. Seeing the White Vision, spoilers, spoilers. Seeing all the fight and everything, it's hard to feel bad for Wanda. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
These poor people, and they're all just like, if you're not gonna let us go, just kill us. Like, we see your nightmare.
But she also kind of shows that she doesn't feel like she deserves anybody to feel bad.
Yeah,
for
because
her,
she
too.
lets her children die.
Well, I mean, to
I-
be fair, they never existed.
Right.
Yeah. But are they?
Right.
I mean, we did get Quicksilver, the Evan Peters one from
Yeah.
X-Men, and it all was just for a boner joke, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Just led into a boner joke. I love it. I have not seen the Young Rock. I know about it because I listened to somebody and they reviewed it, so I feel like I've seen it. But I heard there's a lot of like cameos and stuff like that. I have not seen it though.
Well, I don't know. When I heard about the show, what I said was, the Iron Sheik better be a big character, and if he is, he's gonna be everybody's favorite character.
Right.
And the Iron Sheik is on the show.
Well, there's a lot of them.
But he is Uncle Iron Sheik.
Yeah, they have like they're very liberal with some of the things that they do in that show. Like the time frames and all that kind of stuff are a little bit off, and it's really weird how they have certain people in certain places. And
Yeah.
it's just they're seeing their
I
time.
only watched the first episode.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch it at all. I've heard a lot about it, and I do look up the characters when they introduce them. They're like, hey, this guy's playing Andre the Giant, or this guy's playing the Rock's dad, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, WandaVision's a great show. If you haven't watched it, you really should. I'm not of the mind of the people that hated the first few episodes. I don't get that. It's because everybody's of the, like, everybody has fast food mentality, where it's like, I need to know what's happening this instant, and if I don't, this is dumb.
Yeah.
No, the first 3 episodes are like build. Like the end of the first episode, where Kitty, or I can't remember her name in the show, but she's telling her husband to stop choking.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Right.
Stop
And
it.
she just keeps doing it.
Just
And then
stop
everything's
doing it.
like super awkward. Stop doing it. Stop it. You know, she doesn't stop smiling.
And when I was watching that part, I was like, that was when I was like, this is kind of like a Stephen King book.
Right.
Like, where it's already something kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely something weird going on because it's a sitcom in the 50s.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not what the world is. And but then something really creepy like that is going on. Like, that's your reaction to somebody, your husband choking to death.
Right. Just
stop
sitting
it.
there. Yeah. Stop it. Stop choking.
Stop it! You're ruining Wanda's show. Is
right.
basically what she was saying. Like,
Right.
You're ruining the show.
Yeah. Right.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Yeah. It's all like a deep burn. And
Yeah.
it's great.
If you don't stop doing that, we're all gonna pay for this.
Yeah. It was a really good show. It's unfortunate that that's it. It's kind of one and done. Who's the character that comes back through the wall? She ends up having the black chick. I don't know her name.
Oh shit! What was
She
her
ends up
name?
having like the powers. Like, who is she supposed to be?
She's
Because I haven't looked it up through. I usually would look it up on.
She's
online.
not one that I'm really that familiar with.
Yeah, nobody is.
Uh,
And if you say you are, you're a liar.
yeah. That's why she's a character on the show.
Right.
Not getting her own movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay. So I watched something else.
But she's the little girl in Captain Marvel,
I never seen Captain Marvel.
because Captain Marvel takes place in the 80s.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's Captain Marvel's best friend.
That's
daughter,
why at the end
and
when
her-
she looks
yeah,
up.
her mom is the head of SWORD.
Oh, okay. See, I had no idea because when you see because there's 2 endings on WandaVision.
Yeah.
There's 2 end credit scenes. And she goes into that room and she's talking to the lady and she turns to the thing and she looks up. She's like, "Oh, cool! I get to go to space." And I was like, I have no fucking idea why I should be excited about this at all. So I guess it makes sense now because it's Captain Marvel and Sword and you're going up into space. Okay, it makes more sense now.
Where Nick Fury is.
Right. Yeah, because exactly. And then that's where because a lot of stuff's going into space. The Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Well, I think we're gonna get.
They have Loki's in space.
I think we're gonna get Skrulls again. As like
Is that what that woman was?
I think so.
I think we're gonna get.
She looked like a Skrull at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah.
That's what that was, right? But then you're gonna have Secret Invasion,
right?
Which would be awesome.
Well,
because then you could bring back anybody.
Well, Captain Marvel kind of sets up Secret Invasion.
But if they do Secret Invasion, that would be fucking awesome.
And
Because
if
then you
Captain
could have
Marvel sets up Secret Invasion, this could have been a Secret Invasion that's been going on for the entire Marvel.
Right.
Like everything we've seen.
Right.
Those characters might be Skrulls.
Yeah. So,
but it's not Spider-Woman.
I mean, it could be anybody though. You could potentially have Iron Man back. You could literally bring anybody back, or just have their Skrull version. You could trick a lot of people. Oh my God, Iron Man's back. Well, no. They're shapeshifters. In case you don't know that's their thing.
Okay, so real fast, Monica Rambeau, the girl that you were referring
Rambeau,
to.
Yeah.
She was first known as another Captain Marvel, but she agreed to change her alias to Photon. So I guess that's her character.
She's Photon. See, I'm not familiar with Captain Marvel at all, so I don't know either way. But I also watched the new Coming to America.
Oh man, I've been wanting to watch it.
It's really, really good. It's way better than it has any right to be. It's fucking hilarious. The bad guy is Wesley Snipes.
Right.
It's one of the weirdest movies that I've ever seen. Like, I'm sitting there watching it with Sam, and every time something happens, I'm just so like, what is happening? Like, when James Earl Jones is in it, and he still treats Arsenio Hall like shit. He's like, he's already threatened my life like 5 times, and he comes in the room. Every time he talks, he's like, shut up, right? He's like, if I could get up, I would strangle you, and he absolutely hates him. But they have like every black comedian in that like ever that they're still alive in that movie.
Dave Chappelle.
Well, you know, no. Dave Chappelle's kind of gone a little movie.
Eddie Murphy was saying that the entire time he was writing it, he was envisioning Tracy Morgan playing his son.
Yeah.
So the original idea for his son was Tracy Morgan, but by the time they actually got to make the movie,
right,
Arsenio Hall was like, he looks like he's the same age as you.
It's
now.
true.
Like
he does.
Eddie Murphy hasn't aged since like the late 90s.
Yeah, and I think he's had some work done. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's got some cheek. Yeah. Arsenio Hall has not. But Tracy Morgan is in the movie.
Arsenio Hall hasn't aged since the 80s.
He plays.
He looks exactly the same.
So Tracy Morgan plays the uncle of Eddie Murphy's son. So he's still in the movie. He's just his uncle now. So Eddie Murphy has a son, but Tracy Morgan is the uncle.
Right.
Because he does. He looks older than Eddie Murphy.
Yes. He really wanted him to play his son.
It's really weird though because Morgan Freeman's in it, and Morgan Freeman announces James Earl Jones, which is like one of the like you just see it, and your mind. It's like those two can't talk at the same time because I think the world would implode. So Morgan Freeman is doing an intro for him, and it's a really weird ceremony where they're talking about like his father's birth, his whole life, and then like he has a death, and the whole time he's like standing in a coffin, and they're doing a whole big celebration for him. And I don't know if it's like a pre-death celebration thing. I don't know. But he's sitting there talking to Eddie Murphy, and spoiler, he's just like blah 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 blah. I'm gonna die now. And then he just dies. You're like, what the fuck? His original wife is still in it. They do so many callbacks. They go to the barber shop. It's still the 2 old men.
Right.
It's the whole old groups. They have, like I said, Wesley Snipes is the bad guy. He's ridiculous. He has he's a general of an army. and they all dance, and then he dances when he comes in. He like struts and like dances in, and he like threatens the guy. He's actually the brother.
I've heard that he's pretty good at
He's
that.
the brother of the girl that Eddie Murphy tells to like hop on one leg and bark like a dog.
Mhm.
That's her brother.
Oh
He
my
plays the brother.
god.
And she's in it. And he's like, "You've messed up my sister for life." And she walks in, and then she just starts barking, and then she leaves. It's so good. There's so many actors in it. They, like I said, they get every single person that they could for that movie.
Bernie
and,
Mac.
Well, Bernie Mac's dead. So they didn't dig up Bernie Mac. But they,
Bernie Mac's corpse.
well, they get, just such weird callbacks too. And then they do a scene where it's like an extra scene from the first one. So they put the makeup on him and everything. And our cinema hall looks exactly the same. It's creepy. And then, they just bring back everybody. It's a really good movie. It's really strange. The whole time some of the scenes are what they do as characters. You're like who wrote this? It's really a weird movie, but entertaining as fucking hell. So if you haven't seen it, I would watch the new Coming to America. They only go to America for a minute, then they're back. I can't remember what the hell they're called. Oh my god, what's the name of their place? They said Zumunda. Zumunda. And then Wesley Snipes, the country next to them, is called Nextoria. And they say it with a straight face, and I looked at Sam and I was like, "Is this fucking country called Nextoria?" Nobody says yeah. They're like they're African countries, and it's Nextoria next to Zumunda.
Don says, "Hola."
Hola, Don.
Hey Don, yeah, it's a really fucking funny movie, especially if you like the first one. And there's so many characters that they bring back that it's the weirdest thing. Remember when they go on the speed dating and it's the two twins and they start rapping?
Yeah.
They're in it for like 30 seconds. And
Well, of
that's
course. I'm sure a lot of the old characters just have to have
it. But they were in
little
it for,
cameos.
But they were in it for 10 seconds.
But they have other new characters.
Louis Anderson's in it,
Of course.
because they make a McDowell's in Africa. And it's amazing, and he keeps talking about how it's nothing like McDonald's. There's a lawsuit, and we have the McFlurby, and it's so Louis Anderson. I'm pretty sure is turning into a woman. He
Did you
looks
ever
like
watch the show with him and Zach Galifianakis?
no, but doesn't he
Baskets.
play his mom or something?
Yeah.
Baskets.
Baskets, yeah. I have never seen it. I always wanted to watch it.
It takes a little while to start, but it wasn't too bad.
It seems like it would be pretty good.
We didn't watch too much of it though.
I love Louis Anderson though.
Me too.
I loved what was this cartoon? Life with Louie.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that.
I thought that was one of my favorite cartoons as far as like funny kids cartoons.
Right.
The episode where he gets like a tooth filling or something like that, and they have to like numb his mouth.
I remember watching it. I don't remember any specific episodes.
This is basically
Wow,
all
yeah.
I really remember. He had to get his mouth numbed, and then he had to be in a play later at school, and he can't talk because his mouth is numb. And then I remember his mom, who's like super Midwestern, telling him he's gonna, it's gonna be okay. And he's just like, there's just like drool is just coming out of his mouth. Like, that's not gonna be okay. You can't go in front of kids like that.
So him and Howie Mandel had moms that both sounded like they were from Minnesota.
Yeah.
No shit.
I love that show too. Bobby's World.
Yep. I don't think the notifications for stars are coming up, but
Are we getting stars?
oh, there it is. Pablo just sent 500 stars.
Thank you, Pablo. You're all right, guy. Oh, fist bump. Fist bump from Pablo.
I'll give you one.
There, he's got his fist bump. That's our show.
Oh, okay. I'm Paul.
I'm Paul. This has been Geek Culture Live. Did we say that yet? Welcome to Geek Culture Live.
It's been worse.
Yeah.
You did say it.
It's 8:30.
It is.
It is.
It's not.
It's 8:26.
Just go with it.
You watch anything? Watching anything good?
Cobra Kai, man.
I really got to finish
It
that
just
show.
gets better and better.
Yeah, I need to finish it too.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
For the first time in the whole almost 3 seasons that I've watched, I cried for the first time at one of the episodes.
Did you?
I did. Fuck you.
Wuss. You meant puss.
So do you normally cry more often or less?
Yeah,
often?
yeah.
It depends on
I
the
don't,
show.
I'm confused by
Are
the
you a
statement.
are you a heavy crier?
Is this
or-
good?
I think it's good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What happened?
I don't cry like that. I have to try and keep my tears from falling. That's how I cry at movies and watching TV with other
Try
people.
Little kids, I'm a crying man, just sweating
Right.
from my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
do when you cry?
I cry. I don't know. Feel sad. I'm confused by that question. I cry. Tears come from my eyes.
You baby.
Yeah, you pussy.
I think I've seen Jason cry one time the entire, 24 years I've known you now.
Maybe.
Once.
Probably the one time I've cried. It's buried all deep in there. So it bursts. I usually cry, but not from my eyes.
Oh.
And that is why I have 4 children.
Oh, Jesus. The innuendo itself was fine enough.
Nope. I just need to elaborate for those that didn't understand. I'm
From
talking
the one
about
eye,
mine.
then?
Yes. Yes. From the old purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Oh my god. My
What's
nieces-
your favorite?
my
What's
nieces
your
might be watching.
What's
That?
What's your
That is my new favorite.
You've never heard that one?
No.
That is one of my favorite ways. So
I've heard purple-headed other things.
Yogurt
not
slinger.
yogurt slinger.
so Paul, what's your favorite way to describe the male genitalia?
I don't know.
Purple-headed yogurt slinger is a great one.
Stop it.
Well, what's yours? Everybody in the chat. What's your favorite way to
Yeah.
describe the male genitalia?
that I would like to see.
The male genitalia?
No, their
Oh, the
favorite,
description
yeah.
of. Yeah, Paul wants a description of what.
A description of a penis. Please don't
Send
post
him one.
any penises.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't ban you, but Facebook will. Because they're watching me, which means they're watching you.
Right.
I've got one thing that you're starting to get a rise of, and it
Excuse me?
rhymes with cock.
It rhymes with cock. Dirty Work? That's the name of that movie,
Yep.
isn't it? Yep. With Norm Macdonald. It's a
And-
fucking great
fucking
movie.
love that
And the guy who should be dead now.
Artie Lang?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And Artie Lang. With Artie Lang, I think is what that one is. Oh man, did I have these pictures? Because there were some.
All these cars are filled with dead hookers. Oh my god, there's a dead hooker in this trunk. What? No, there's not. Pops the next one. There's a dead hooker in this trunk too.
Movies. Oh, I'm trying
One
to
of the
find
last
this
times
thing.
you'll see Chris Farley.
Yeah.
That's
That
true.
Saigon whore bit my nose off.
He does it again. That's great. Where did can you hear that? Well, we can hear you pretty well.
Yeah, you heard that one.
Saigon whore. Tune into us on Facebook, where we'll probably get banned for showing images that they show as ads.
We're streaming on YouTube right now, too.
And YouTube as well. Everybody, thank you for watching on YouTube.
All
There's something
three.
I wanted to bring up, but I cannot seem to find the gosh darn thing. Paul, distract them.
Plugs.
Plugs. Is that how
Look
you,
at me! Look at me!
is that how you distract?
Don't look at him!
Not me. Don't look at me.
Quit.
Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it's good. Oh my god, I had these other ads. They're starting to send me like book ads. So,
Book ads?
book ads. Yeah, and it's like
Ads for books.
no, it's like
Is it like the books we do quizzes
yes,
about?
yes. Yes, so it hurt you. It's literally like a guy on the cover, and it's like, "Am I a gay lord?" And it's like a guy. He's like taking like off his like football uniform, but then there's like a dinosaur way in the background, and I have no idea why. And it's supposed to be like a love romance novel, and it always has to have dinosaurs. But there's another one that's about like gay dudes, and there's a damn dinosaur in that one too. And I'm like, what is with gay novels, right? Which are totally fine, but they're like, yeah, fuck that dinosaur. So I
dinosaur. That's the weird.
That's
part.
the weird part. I told somebody about that in the shop,
And it's not always gay books.
Yeah, but it's a lot of gay books.
There's a lot of them that are heterosexual dinosaurs.
Right. They're gonna fuck that dinosaur. It's all consensual dinosaur fucking. Sometimes, because that one that you read, that dinosaur is like, I'm gonna turn you to a gay.
Yeah, see that one was...
You're my gay slave, and you're like, like the words they said, I was like, I've never heard that before. I've never heard. I said yogurt slinger, but I'm like, what's this? So anyway, so Max Brooks, the writer of World War Z and the son of Mel Brooks,
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wrote a couple of books for Minecraft, and it's supposed to be, which is so strange.
How did you get to this?
Because the ads. It went from like gay dudes.
With dinosaurs and dinosaurs.
Max Brooks, Minecraft. Yeah, I can't explain.
You might also like.
I can't explain how it's a Facebook ad. I can't explain how it works.
People who purchase this item also purchase.
So Max Brooks wrote a couple of Minecraft books, and they're supposed to be decent-ish. I don't know. They're like survival books, but they were on Audible because you can get the audio versions of all these. The gay book with the dinosaur and the other gay book with the dinosaur.
Who's reading?
I don't know.
I want to hear him though.
I don't. It's probably just the guy that wrote it.
The dinosaur.
Yeah, he's probably like, oh, that's really good. And you can hear him typing it as he's saying it. So he's writing the book as he's doing the audio.
He's really just dictating what he's saying.
So this Minecraft book, written by Max Brooks, the audio book is by Jack Black. Yeah, and you're like, why?
Why not?
I really want to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually watched The Pick of Destiny the other day again.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen it like once or twice, so it's really fresh to me.
Yeah, I was thinking about watching it again.
It's so fucking funny.
I haven't watched it in a long
Dude, it
time.
really holds up. It's such a good movie, and except for seeing Jack Black's like dick just stretch out that scene goes on for a while. It goes on for way more.
Like in Borat when they're naked.
Yeah.
That scene goes on for a long time too.
That other guy is the landlord of the Cobra Kai karate dojo in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dick out. Yeah, it's the Pick of Destiny. Tenacious D. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's really good.
It's not fresh in my mind either. I think
you should watch it again. If you haven't seen it in a long time, it still holds up. I mean, when it's the kid Jack Black is fucking hilarious, and then
with Meatloaf, right?
It was Dad's Meatloaf.
Right.
Yeah. But the kid that plays him has all the facials of Jack Black, and he's like sitting there praying. And he said something about his dad, but he's like, man, he can suck a cock. And you're just like, what? This little kid's praying. He's like, fuck my dad, he can suck a cock. And then he fails.
Verified, my nieces are watching.
You shouldn't be. This is not a show that we've been over. Yeah, we've been over this long time ago. When Paul's mom stopped watching, fucking all bets are off.
Yeah.
I used to apologize for saying that.
So Lydia calls me a gay fish. So she says now she's going to start calling me a gay dinosaur instead.
Yep, a gay dinosaur. I don't know what a combination of those would be. Do not use purple-headed yogurt slinger in school, though, girls. That will not work. Unless you're around your friends and nobody else can hear you, then it's hilarious.
I think there's some teachers that would have no idea.
It's true. It's like when people come up and buy Slim Jims at the store. I'm like, oh, you're getting a hot meat log, huh? And it freaks about 80% of them out. They have no idea. They're like, what? And I'm like, Slim Jim. The hot meat log.
You say that to people?
Yes! Because they're spicy.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're spicy. Regardless, it's a hot meat log. Well, if you say if you don't have the hot, then it's not good. A meat log?
A salty meat log.
Ew, that's gross. I wouldn't say that to strangers. Hot meat log.
Hot meat log.
Hot meat log, though, you gotta look people dead in the eye when you say it, too. Like when people throw ones at you. You're like, oh, it's just like my last job. And yeah, they'd look at that and they're like, how do I respond to that? You don't have to. Just don't throw money at me.
Or do.
Or do, right. But I don't get to keep it this time. So I hate that. I hate when people like throw money at you. You know, you can.
Yeah.
It's
Sean Bramley says his ass is on fire.
well, Bramley, you got hemorrhoids, so I'm
Is it
sorry.
from the Slim Jims?
From the Slim Jim, it's all those hot meat logs. He's eating them in reverse.
It's hot on the way out. When it's another log.
He's eating them on the way.
It's
yeah.
a hot dookie log.
So I got something. I mentioned this before. These are called Coca-Cola with coffee.
Oh, I've actually been wanting to try these.
Yeah, you don't. They're terrible, both of them.
You've tried them already?
The vanilla. Well, I had the vanilla one. I have not had the dark blend. I can't imagine the dark blend's going to be great because this is very like coffee.
What are we drinking it out of?
I don't know. I'll just pour mine into my bottle and you can drink it out of that. But
Really?
the vanilla
I'll try
one.
it.
Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah, really. There's two hosts of
Pablo,
this show.
can you bring a cup?
Pablo, I don't know. I don't need you to.
Two
Got
cups.
him.
2 cups.
Oh, you got 3 tumblers there.
So that's true.
They're
They're
probably
just,
clean on the inside.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
nobody wants to buy
Dust
one
has
that's been
settled on
used.
the top.
Yeah, no, we're gonna.
We're selling those.
We can sell these specific ones. So
We have plenty of these.
That's true.
We're selling them.
yeah, we have enough. I mean, supplies are limited. Buy now.
Wait, was I supposed to keep winking?
I mean, if they listen to the audio version of this, they won't know anyway. So
Oh,
it is.
I'm winking.
It is literally called Coca-Cola with coffee. There's a vanilla blend. There's a dark blend. Feel that. That's a heavy drink.
Is it 12 ounces?
Yes, but it's a heavy 12.
I am
You're a heavy 12.
interested.
That's what she said. It is not great at all. They have the vanilla one that actually got a little bit of vanilla flavor in it. Wow, Dale's just inviting himself. Wow, thank you, Dale. This one, like I said, I can't imagine it's going to be any good. As you get further down,
That's actually what I would want to try first.
you don't. As you get further down, you realize like all the coffee's like
Settled at the bottom?
It's there. It's thicker than
Why?
the soda. Yeah, so coffee, it's just literally called, and I have to say, yeah, look at that.
This is the vanilla one.
Right. This is the lighter one. Yeah, it looks like alcohol, doesn't
It
it?
smells like coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee. Oh.
So it's really not that bad.
Oh, wow.
The first one's not that bad, but as you get to the bottom, you realize how much sits there. You have to drink an entire can of that. It's not great.
I would pick a lot of things before I pick that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because imagine
It's
just...
different, but it's also kind of medicinal tasting.
But see, right, so you got the taste. Now imagine there's still like more than half of this can left. You gotta keep chugging it. So you get to like here and you're just like, I'm not fucking wasting the $3. These are almost $3 a can.
Wow.
And it really kind of tastes like coffee candy.
Yeah.
But
Have you ever had like the hard candies?
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like that.
As you get down, it's got the aftertaste stays with you too. There's no vanilla at all.
Definitely lingering.
It's all I taste is a coffee. That's why I said this is dark blend, which it's like this is supposed to be the lighter blend. Like this one's pretty refreshing. So what's this one gonna taste like?
Vanilla often makes things too sweet for me.
Yeah, but it should be refreshing. Could you imagine this is a dark blend?
I don't find things that are too sweet very refreshing.
Well, vanilla goes on everything, especially soda. For Christ's sakes, his sake.
Yeah.
You can never have too much vanilla. Shut your whore mouth. And if you can, then, you know, that's your personal preference.
This one definitely smells more like coffee.
Oh, God.
It
Oh.
just
Oh,
smells like coffee.
yikes.
That's
Yeah.
a kick to the face.
Yeah, here we go. Dark blend. Oh, yeah. That's not good.
Ooh.
That's worse.
Oh, the aftertaste.
That's-
It's coming in waves.
Yeah. That one's not as good.
Actually, I kind of like that one more.
I like that one more.
All right, well, you guys can have that one. I'm gonna drink the vanilla one. Yeah, it's not great. Like I said, as you get to the bottom, it is thick. It's chunky. It's a chunky boy.
I like it. Where's Pablo? Does Pablo want to try it?
Yeah, just give him the can.
That's a tasty meatball.
No, it's not. So now it's up to you, Paul, next week to bring something that we can eat that's gonna be
Terrible.
Terrible. So March will be Try Things Month.
Let's make every month Try Things Month. It doesn't have to be every week.
No, we're doing every week. We did one last week.
Works for me.
March is Eat Things March.
It's
Munchin' March.
Shale and Jason are gonna get us interesting and good things to eat, and I'm going to.
I'm not gonna get anything good.
Not come up with quizzes.
I'm gonna come up with a quiz that's gonna force you to eat terrible things.
I'm okay with that. We can do
That's cool.
like blind taste tests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
okay with
God.
that.
I don't trust either one of you with that.
It's not gonna be.
If there's somebody I wouldn't trust with that, it'd be you.
So how about this? How about we do a quiz where just once a month the quiz will be
Food related, punishment.
food related. Not well. The food's gonna be part of the
Punishment.
Okay. Or we could just do Munchies March,
Hey.
and you don't have to do it every single month.
Audio copyright.
Thank you, auto copyright. Geek Culture. With threes, not e's. Well, then do your quiz next week.
Yeah.
And it'll be a part of Munchies March.
Sean says he could cook us something.
There
we gotta
we
be
go.
in town for that though, man. You don't want you to just make a trip just to.
Oh, I do. Do it, Sean.
All right, fine.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. We really need to get like
Guests.
Well, we do need to have that again. Maybe we can get we can do a show where we like cook with somebody, or have them cook. That I don't know who. We can get it something that we never. Maybe even Pablo. We'll make Pablo make us food. No wings this time, Pablo. And if it is, we're making them. Or you can get your mom on the show.
She's in North Carolina.
Well, when she's in town, duh.
They have nothing to come back to Ocala for.
Right.
That's right.
They'll never come back.
It's true.
Sorry, Paul. I'm just joking.
Now her sister lives here, so.
That's true. You don't even call her aunt. You will call her my
She's
sister.
my Aunt Linda, but she's not her aunt Linda.
No, it's your. You will call her my sister. She is not your aunt. Okay.
She is nothing to you.
Nothing. She is my sister. Aunt is stupid. That makes no sense. Geek Culture Live.
Yeah, she could probably show us how to cook something
right.
interesting.
Your aunt's here. Why don't you just get your mom's sister?
She doesn't cook a lot.
Sorry about Kenny Omega. Oh, did you see that? The rumor that supposedly they're banning like leg slapping. Like WWE doesn't want people doing leg slaps anymore.
What?
Yeah, for kicks and shit, which you shouldn't because it's fucking stupid. But everybody does it.
Yeah, it cheapens
It's
it.
excessive as fuck. Apparently, I don't know. I think it was on AEW. A guy. It was some show where a guy, or maybe it might have been a Japanese wrestling show. Anyways, it was a guy like runs up to like kick something in the corner, like an inanimate object, and he slaps his leg. Like, why would it make a noise? Why would you like kicking that thing make it a slap noise?
Why
Like,
would it sound like you kicked it in the face?
yeah, why would it sound like you made skin to skin contact if you kick like a clipboard?
Yeah, and it never even makes sense. Like, why does a kick to the face with a boot sound like...
Right! Sounds like skin to skin. Yeah.
And there's some people that are so obvious about that. That's even how they do it. They just clap in front of them when
Yeah.
they kick somebody in the
Right.
face. And you're
I
like,
always thought that was part of The Rock's signature, was his entire slap to the face. The whole motion is him
Oh, no, he was really
slapping
bad
the
at
shit out of
hiding
the
it.
leg.
yeah,
Oh,
'cause
no,
he's
he was
just
really-
sitting there like,
Yeah, he's going.
why is your hand on your hip while you're slapping somebody in the face?
Yeah. It's yeah, so they're talking about doing that. We are gonna be doing WrestleMania. I requested the night off. Thing is that we're gonna have to do WrestleMania / Geek Culture Live because it's 2 nights again.
That's fine.
So Geek Culture Live will be
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania Part 1, and then Part 2 will be Sunday. when we watch the other half.
So
of
if you
WrestleMania.
were hoping for an extra long show,
You're gonna get a 3 or 4 hour
it's
one.
It's gonna be a long.
It's gonna be a long
show.
Geek Culture Live. Geek Culture Live, the WrestleMania edition, and then it'll be WrestleMania the next night.
We
as
should
well.
dress up all nice for the first night, and then by the second night, just like look all disheveled.
Look shitty. Yeah.
Like
You should
have
have
our
said that after the
buttons
show.
like off, and
Well, sorry.
have our hair all
They
crazy.
won't remember.
If they even watch.
And then we'll do an award show. We still got to do the award thing. We got to get a bunch of those things set up.
I have
As,
a Dundee trophy you guys can
There we go.
use.
We got a Dundee trophy. So in the next couple weeks, we'll make sure to get that done. Maybe we'll try to do it beginning April. Have an award show for 2020 and all the great things that have happened in it.
Yep.
And now it's 2021. COVID's over, right? Yeah, it's over.
Nope, you should probably disinfect your hand now,
Okay, I'll do that later.
because COVID's not over.
Shit. Well, one day it will be.
In the meantime, though,
In the meantime,
Trump.
Trump is not president, though.
And we don't have to hear from him anymore.
Oh, yeah? What happened? Did he get banned from everything forever?
Yeah, he's banned from everything forever.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. A judge ruled he's banned from everything forever.
He's also banned, believe it or not, from Twitch.
Yeah, they were like, just in case.
Just in case you get on there and live
You
stream
don't
nonsense.
go bringing that shit over
Yeah,
here.
please don't. Oh my god, I got bombarded by like a bunch of people that I associate with at work, customers, and I'm trying to be very diplomatic about this.
Were they
They
alabaster?
sure. They're good guys from the they're good guys. But we everybody's talking about like cancel culture and this and you're canceling that, which I think sometimes does get out of hand. They're of the mind that like cancel culture, like you need to cancel culture. So the whole Pepe Le Pew thing came up, and for some reason, in a room of like 4 other dudes or 5 other dudes, I had to defend the fact that sexual assault or like touching of any kind is not okay. So it's not the fact that people are upset about Pepe Le Pew; it's just the act that he is committing.
Right.
And that
What's that?
what is? Yeah, you got food?
Don't tell him what it is.
Okay,
You-
cool. I don't know what it is. But it's the idea of what he's doing, which canceling them I think is
Nuggets.
stupid. But I also understand why people do.
Corn nuggets.
Corn nuggets are delicious. Fantastic food.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I commented on somebody's post today. They're like, this thing's been around for 75 years. Now it's all of a sudden a problem. I'm like, no means no, even if it's been she's been saying it for 75 years.
Yeah, right. Well, after there's a statute. The statute after 75 years, you can just force yourself on him.
Eventually, she would force herself on him, and he'd be the scared one.
Right. 74 no's and a yes is still a yes.
And my other thing is like,
I've got
these
so
are
much trouble.
companies that are literally, they're not canceling things. Like,
They're not.
these aren't being canceled.
Right.
People aren't, this wasn't even an issue. These companies are going out ahead of being canceled and
Right.
saying, you know what, we're going to just go ahead and stop this
Well-
before
well-
everybody.
And it was interspecies rape.
But it's not even that. People are
Yeah.
people are like, it's fake. It doesn't mean anything. It's like that's
That's
the
like if you were
dumbest-
trying to rape a cat and it was like, "Rawr, stop.
Yeah,
Like-
it's appropriating it.
Well, they're like, oh, it's fake. So it's. But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You can't just make cartoons about anything and just say that it's fake. Like you have to have. There has to be some kind of line.
Yeah, like.
So it came down to like me literally again having to defend the fact that like you can't just assault people for no reason. And then the guy brought up like the Song of the South,
Oh, okay.
which he lost a couple of his people. Even the one guy was like, yeah, I can't agree with you on that one. And because obviously the Song of the South is super fucking racist and you shouldn't have stuff like that. I get it. when it's such a blatant negative portrayal of a certain thing. The Pepe Le Pew thing, it's stupid to cancel it or cancel it. I understand they're apologizing.
Who was defending Song of the South? What was the defense?
That you just can't be upset about things.
It was trying to teach white kids that black people are okay.
Right.
But they're your slate.
Yeah. Just so you know, they're human. They're your human. They're human.
Right.
So no.
Zippity doo zippity.
Look at him. He's whistling. He must be happy. He's well fed. Look at him. So
he's seeing cartoon birds that.
Yeah, he's just beaten to see things now. He's just hallucinating from all the concussions and the heat stroke. So yeah, see what I mean? Like, this is a joke, so don't take it. But my thing is like, why are people upset about being canceled? Like, fucking Pepe Le Pew was like some God, he's like he's a part of the fabric of American culture. And if you take away Pepe Le Pew, then you're taking away everything that means to be an American. Like, who the fuck even has a Pepe Le Pew anything? Nobody's really liked Looney Tunes for like 80 years. Looney Tunes were on because when we were children, it was like, oh hey, old cartoons exist. There wasn't really it was like the beginning of cartoons really starting to become mainstream, so you saw a lot of the older stuff and you're like, oh, that's cool, that's funny.
And it's been like a joke among our generation,
Right.
looking back on these cartoons that were made
For
nearly a century ago.
right, for like our grandparents.
That this portrayal of a French person is just trying to rape somebody.
Right.
Which I'm surprised.
And you're like, that's how they saw French people, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
As dirty.
so that's bad.
He was a skunk. They're dirty, stinky rapists. Like,
Yeah.
that is
Like, that's your portrayal of a French person. And you're like, it's okay.
He's a skunk and it's a kitty.
Well, they canceled Speedy Gonzalez years ago because of the racial.
And it should have been
stereotyping.
Slowpoke Rodriguez
Which
they
is
should have been after.
Way.
Because that was that was like just blatant racism.
Okay, they're all funny.
Blatant negative racism.
In their own way, they're all funny. Because then because you laugh about it now because you're just like,
Hey,
how the
Speedy.
fuck did you get away with that? So when I see that now, I laugh because I'm just like this had to go through like a ton of people. That there's like censorship people that
He
are
was
like
always drunk.
But it's amazing. Like, you had to go through like boards. You had to go through like censorship groups and stuff where they're like, okay, with like standards and practices. That looks okay. You see that video?
What the hell's happening?
It's food. He ordered food. Of course he did. But you see standards and practices watches that and they're like, yeah, that's not negative. That's not negative at all.
Yeah.
That is how Mexicans are.
Standards and practices in Nickelodeon were like, yeah, when are all the kids watching? Put it on then.
Yeah. So they're gonna be
Right after Inspector Gadget.
homoerotic animals, and there's gonna be lots of
That
zoomed in
drink.
butts. But apparently, like, isn't that guy like a terrible person? Isn't the dude that did Ren and Stimpy like came out?
John
He's
Kay.
a really bad guy.
I've heard a couple people say that he's like very open about a lot.
Well, I heard he was like a bad dude. He was one of like the producers or
Like from the game, bad dudes.
no, like he was an assaulter of women. Speaking of which, the one guy that came, the Joss Whedon stuff, how
Yeah.
fucking crazy is all that? Like,
I'm not up to date on it.
oh, he's a scumbag apparently.
I've heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, of course you have, because you can only hear so much because he's like the poster boy. He's like what made everything great again. He's like, it's cool to be a nerd because of the things he wrote and the things he directed, and he's apparently not a great dude. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff from when he was on Buffy.
I want to say
he
that
was a really creepy, like rapey, like superior, like I'm a big star, blah 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 blah. And this is the stuff that's been reported. I'm not just making any of this up. You can go look it up on the internet. But yeah, apparently he's not a great dude either.
So when all that stuff comes out, what's most likely going to happen is he's not going to be making a lot of things anymore.
Right.
And people aren't going to watch the things that he does make.
Right.
Like when Kevin Spacey made a movie, 5 people went and saw it. And it was literally like that was his box office.
Right.
For the entire movie. But even though they did bad things and they're not going to be rewarded for being terrible people anymore, you don't have to feel like you have to punish yourself by never watching their things again. You're still allowed to watch Buffy, if that's your thing.
Right. Oh,
Or
don't
the
cancel
first
Buffy.
Avengers movie. Like, you can't...
Yeah, Age of
Just
Ultron
because
and
somebody
stuff.
did something bad doesn't mean you can't enjoy their work that you already have been enjoying for the rest of your... You know, that you've been enjoying your
Yeah.
whole life. You
Yeah.
don't have to never listen to Michael Jackson again.
That's true. And I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, which is it's funny because like I think people like pick what they think is okay because I agree with you to a certain extent. Like
Yeah, they're like, that. We can
it's-
cancel that because I don't care about it.
right, it's hard for me though to watch Chris Benoit matches though. It's really hard to watch Chris Benoit. Knowing what he did, you're like, yeah, I wish somebody would accidentally just power drive you and broke your
Yeah,
neck.
but you wouldn't not watch the entire event.
Oh, you can skip the match. Yeah, and it's funny because if he's on the network, it's like
Because a
its
wrestling...
opponent fights for the title, and it never says him anymore. You know.
A wrestling match is very dependent on the people involved.
Right.
And if one of those people
It's not like
is-
Josh Whedon is Iron Man.
did a terrible right.
So how would you feel if it was like, if it was Johnny Depp?
Well, what I'm saying is,
Or
like,
not Johnny
I
Depp,
will
but,
still watch movies with Kevin Spacey in them.
Yeah.
From before,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to punish myself.
So
I don't have to punish myself because somebody else did something
so
terrible.
you do feel like you're supporting the craft, not the person.
I'm supporting the movie that I like, not
Right.
the person.
They just happen to be in it.
They happen to be in it.
Gotcha. It's tough
I mean,
for
if
me
you want
sometimes.
to, if you never want to watch anything ever again, you're gonna find something terrible about almost anybody.
Oh, right.
If you really want to, you're gonna find out something terrible about almost anybody.
Yeah.
So enjoy it. Just enjoy the things you
Right.
enjoy. Don't ruin it for yourself because that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Like
He ruined it
like-
for himself.
right.
He's never gonna be in that thing that you love anymore because he's a piece of shit.
Right.
And that's all. He's the only one that deserves to be punished for being a piece of shit.
Like Cara Dune.
She's the only one that deserves to be punished for being a piece of shit. We don't all not get to watch The Mandalorian
Yeah, they don't
anymore
cancel the Mandalorian
because she's a piece of shit.
Right.
right. You just get rid of her
You
entirely.
just get rid of her.
Yeah.
You can watch all the episodes with her in them and just be like, you know what, I don't feel bad because she's not in anymore now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like with Hitler and his painting. I mean, they're great. You just gotta look past
Listen
the fact that
to-
it's Hitler.
Yeah.
Mein Kampf. I mean, come on, have you read that?
It's #1 bestseller. For a reason.
Right. It's like with Creed and Nickelback. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
We can all pretend we didn't like them. I am not. I did not just compare Creed and Nickelback to Hitler. I just want that to be clear.
It's comparable.
It's comparable.
but I mean,
yeah, you followed it for a while and you're like,
that
man,
guitar
we should
riff-
not have done
that
that.
guitar riff in Higher.
Right. Well, I think wrestling had a big part of it because they did the invasion
Yeah.
and they made like 80 invasion things.
Well,
Right.
no, and it was like they would always use Creed for people who were coming back from an injury.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff Hardy was one with Creed.
Triple
H.
Triple H had one with
Yeah.
Creed. But it's that.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. You love
So-
those packages.
So it is true
Those
that.
were great packages.
Oh hell
I-
yeah!
they were like,
I have
oh.
the Invasion pay-per-view on VHS. Still.
Triple H coming back gave me chills, and I hate him.
Hi, Victoria.
Hey Victoria, way to join us 2 minutes before the show ends. Gonna start calling you who we used to join really late
Ah.
when we first started
lot of
doing this.
people.
No, there was somebody. There was somebody specifically.
Oh, it was Catherine. It was Catherine.
Was it?
Mostly.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, there's somebody that would join.
Yeah.
Right before.
Right before we,
Late
like
Torian?
10 minutes before we were
Late
ending.
Torian?
she'd
Late
show up.
Torian.
Late Torian.
That's all right. You can plug the shit out of your channel and your cups.
So, that's it for the show this week. Go to geekculture.live. It's G33k Culture.live. And then you can buy our merchandise. We have hats and bags and t-shirts and all that cool stuff. You go to patreon.com/geekculture, facebook.com/geekculture, YouTube, all the stuff. It's literally /geekculture, G33k Culture. And go check out all of our shit. We're probably going to have some Fallout videos coming up because we've been playing a lot of it, and I just record constantly. So I'm going to get it all to Dale, and he can splice it all together and make something pretty for us. And, yeah, we're going to be doing WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not until, like, April 13th and 14th or some shit. Yeah, it's like a month away.
A month a week.
Did they already do the March pay-per-view? Fastlane?
Nope.
Is that happening?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Victoria says she was at a comedy show. Preacher Lawson.
I think it's.
Nice.
It is not this weekend. It is not this
It's
weekend.
not the
It's
weekend.
weekend.
The weekend.
It's one of the weekend.
The weekend. Yep. Paul's always judging me.
That is not the
That
way.
is not the way. Yeah, Paul, any last words
Fastlane
for the show?
What?
Fastlane March 21st.
Oh, okay, so it's next Sunday.
Any last words?
Well, I mean for the show.
You're gonna die.
We got to do an
You
award
will not
show,
die,
and
because
then we
that
got to
is the
do next week. We're doing Paul's torture food challenge. So get your quiz minds going.
now.
We should make it a long one, so we'll do it like the last half of the show. We'll do like a 30-minute thing. So
Okay.
We can, yeah, so it'll be a good one. And yeah, so join us.
It'll be a good one.
Or it won't be. I don't know.
I'm gonna torture them.
He's gonna torture us. So yep, join us every single Saturday at 8 p.m. for Geek Culture Live. I'm Jason.
And I'm Paul.
I'm Dale.
I'm Pablo.
Have a
Is
great
the
night.
way.
Is the